Yours truly, Brevin Thompson, is back to do a Blu-ray collection video. Yep, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to start off with my James Bond collection first before moving on to the rest of the collection, which is going to be in alphabetical order. Yep, this is definitely going to be a lot of fun. So let's get started. Okay, starting off with the James Bond collection. Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, The Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy, A View to a Kill, The Living Daylights, License to Kill, Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, got lost for a second, Die Another Day, major guilty pleasure, Casino Royale, my personal favorite Bond film, Quantum of Solace, Why Do I Own This? Skyfall, one of my all-time favorites. Spectre. And No Time to Die, Steelbook. The rest, alphabetical order. 3 Days to Kill. 8 Mile. 10 Things I Hate About You. 12 Monkeys. 12 Years a Slave. 21 Jump Street. The 40-Year-Old Virgin, 50-50, 127 Hours, 300, This is Sparta, love that movie, 500 Days of Summer, 1408, 1917, amazing cinematography, 2001 A Space Odyssey, classic film, The Accountant, both Ace Ventura films, because I love Jim Carrey, Act of Valor, Air Force One, Akira, great anime, Aladdin, one of my favorite classic Disney movies, Ali, Alien, and Aliens. God, I love those films. All the Money in the World, American Gangster, American History X, American Hustle, American Psycho, American Sniper, An American Werewolf in London, Anchorman, funny film, Annihilation. I felt sad that that bombed at the box office. It's a really good movie. Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Apocalypse Now, classic, Apollo 13, Aquaman, Argo, great film, Arrival, Steelbook, Atomic Blonde, badass film, Avatar, Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, The Aviator, Baby Driver, the Back to the Future trilogy, and all 3 Bad Boys films. I mean, Bad Boys 1 and 2 double feature and Bad Boys for Life. Basic Instinct, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, The Batman, Batman Assault on Arkham, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, Batman Hush, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition, Batman Year One, Batman vs. Robin. Don't have Son of Batman, but I'll eventually get a Blu-ray for that. Beetlejuice, Big, great comedy. The Big Lebowski, another great comedy. Big Trouble in Little China, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey double feature, Bill and Ted Face the Music, and Birdman. Love this film. The Birds, don't have a cover for that. Birds of Prey, Black Panther, rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, Black Widow, Blade Steelbook, love that Steelbook, Blade 2, Blade Runner, the final cut, Blade Runner 2049, Blades of Glory, The Blair Witch Project, Blinded by the Light, thank you Cameron for that Blu-ray, The Blind Side, The Blob, I'll probably have to cover this on my next Halloween special, The Blues Brothers Steelbook, Bohemian Rhapsody, great film, The Book of Eli, The Bourne Trilogy, consists of The Bourne Identity, Bourne Supremacy, and The Bourne Ultimatum. Love all three of those movies. Bram Stoker's Dracula, probably my personal favorite Dracula film. Braveheart Steelbook, great film. The Breakfast Club, great comedy. The Bride of Frankenstein, love that film. Brothers, Bruce Almighty, love that film. I loved that since I was a kid. Bull Durham, Bumblebee, finally a Transformers film that doesn't suck. Candyman, love that. Captain America 3 movie collection has First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War. Love that box set. Captain Marvel, Carrie, the 70s version, Casino, Child's Play, Child's Play 2, Bride of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. I used to have a box set for some of the Chucky movies. It had Child's Play 2 all the way to Seed of Chucky. Mostly just wanted to keep the ones that I liked. A Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, Chronicle, Citizen Kane, masterpiece, Clash of the Titans, 80s version, Clear and Present Danger, Clockwork Orange. This will probably give some kids some mental scars if they even decide to check this out. Just a fair warning. And Close Encounters of a Third Kind. Cloverfield, Collateral, The Conjuring, The Conjuring 2, Corpse Bride, Creed, Creed 2, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, The Crow, Darkman, Dawn of the Dead, one of my personal favorite zombie films, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Deadpool, one of my all-time favorites, Deadpool 2, The Departed, great Scorsese film, Die Hard, another one of my all-time favorites, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Live Free or Die Hard. Don't have the fifth one because I like to pretend that movie doesn't exist. Dirty Harry double feature has Dirty Harry and Magnum Force. The Disaster Artist. God. You had to do a Tommy Wiseau impression whenever you're discussing The Room or The Disaster Artist. You just have to. Disturbia. Django Unchained. Love that film. Doctor Sleep. Doctor Strange. Don John. Dracula Legacy Collection consists of Dracula, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Huge fan of the Universal monster films. Dracula, the 79 version starring Frank Langella as Dracula. Drag Me to Hell. Dread. Super underrated. Dune. Huh. Such an incredible film. Dunkirk. Edge of Darkness. Edward Scissorhands. Elf. Childhood. Equilibrium. Escape from New York. E.T. Steelbook. Evil Dead Steelbook. Evil Dead 2. Army of Darkness. The Exorcist Steelbook. Eyes Wide Shut. Face Off. Fargo. Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 2. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious 4. Fast 5. Fast and Furious 6. Furious 7. Fate of the Furious. Don't have F9, but I might get it because I'm a completionist. And it's a bit of a guilty pleasure, honestly. Faster. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Great comedy. A Few Good Men. The Fifth Element. Finding Nemo. Firestarter. Fistful of Dollars. The Fly. Focus. For a Few Dollars More. Ford versus Ferrari. Forrest Gump. Frankenstein. Freaky. Freddy versus Jason. Free Guy. Another one from Cameron. Thank you, by the way. The French Connection. Friday. One of my favorite comedies. Friday the 13th 8 movie collection. Fright Night. One of my favorite vampire films. From Dusk Till Dawn. The Fugitive. Great 90s thriller. Full Metal Jacket. Fury. Break the first rule. Fight Club. First rule, don't talk about Fight Club. The Fighter. The Gambler. Gangs of New York. Gangster Squad. The Gentleman. Get Out. Get the Gringo. Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 2. Ghostbusters Afterlife. The Gift. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Great film. The Godfather Steelbook. The Godfather Part 2. Godzilla. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. My favorite Western. Goodfellas. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. Good Morning Vietnam. Good Will Hunting. The Goonies. Classic. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Gravity, Green Book, The Green Mile, Green Zone, Gremlins and Gremlins 2, The Gray, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Hacksaw Ridge, great film, Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 2018. Also, like with the Chucky franchise, just wanted to keep the ones that I liked. Hancock, Hang 'em High. Harry Potter collection, starting off with Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, The Half-Blood Prince, Steelbook of Deathly Hallows Part 1, Deathly Hallows Part 2, my personal favorite, The Hateful Eight, The Heat, Hellboy, Steelbook, I love the look of this, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, Home Alone 1 and 2, Hoosiers, Hot Tub Time Machine, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Hugo, Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 1, Mockingjay Part 2, The Hunt for Red October, The Hurt Locker, Hustlers, I Am Legend, The Imitation Game, Inception, The Incredible Hulk, The Incredibles, Independence Day, the original Indiana Jones trilogy, starting off with Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. Shouldn't have been there, because I like to pretend the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull doesn't exist, but I'm hoping that the 5th movie turns out to be good. Fingers crossed. Inglourious Bastards, Inside Man, Insidious, Insomnia, Interstellar, Interview with a Vampire, The Invisible Man 30s version, and The Invisible Man 2020 version, Steelbook. Ip Man. If you're into martial arts films, definitely check this one out because this is fucking badass. Especially the scene with him going up against the 10 black belts. Oh, I like to watch that over and over again, and I never get bored of that scene. I, Robot, Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, It Chapter 2, The Italian Job, It's a Wonderful Life, Jackass 3.5, Jackass Forever, love that film, made me laugh my ass off, and Jackie Brown, Jarhead, Jaws, one of my all-time favorites, love that film, Jennifer's Body, Jingle All the Way, major Christmas guilty pleasure, John Wick, John Wick Chapter 2, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, badass films, highly recommend checking them out if you're a fan of action movies, Joker, Jumanji, big part of my childhood, Juno, Jurassic Park, Steelbook, Karate Kid, Steelbook, featuring the Cobra Kai characters, no mercy in this dojo, Kick-Ass, Kill Bill Volume 1, and Kill Bill Volume 2. The 2005 Peter Jackson version of King Kong, Steelbook, remember loving that as a kid. Kingpin. Knives Out. Love that film. LA Confidential. Labyrinth. Land of the Dead. Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Major guilty pleasure. The Last Samurai. Legend. And Leon the Professional. All 4 Lethal Weapon films. Let Me In. Good vampire film. Liar Liar, one of my personal favorites, starring Jim Carrey. Life Force. Life of Pi. The Lighthouse. Fantastic film. Lincoln. The Lion King. Little Women. Logan, one of my all-time favorites. I love that film. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Two Towers. And The Return of the King. Masterpiece of a trilogy. The Machinist. Machete. Mad Max. The Road Warrior. Also known as Mad Max 2, just so nobody's confused. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. And my personal favorite, Mad Max Fury Road. In terms of which is my favorite, I'm always split between The Road Warrior and Fury Road because those two are badass. Magic Mike. Magic Mike XXL. Man of Steel. Man on Fire. Another one of my favorite Jim Carrey films, The Mask. Smoking! How can you not love The Mask? Mask of Zorro. The Matrix. The Matrix Reloaded. The Matrix Revolutions. I don't have Resurrections yet. Meet the Parents. Memento. Men in Black. Men in Black 2. Men in Black 3. Don't have International. International sucks. Mercury Rising. $1 Million Baby. Great film. Minority Report. Misery, one of my favorite thrillers. Definitely one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. The Mission Impossible collection, starting off with Mission Impossible Steelbook. Mission Impossible 2. Mission Impossible 3. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol Steelbook. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And my personal favorite, Mission Impossible Fallout. Moneyball. Monster. Charlize Theron delivered a performance of a lifetime as Eileen Wuornos. Good enough to get an Oscar. That was very well deserved. Mrs. Doubtfire. The Mummy, Boris Karloff version. The Mummy, Brendan Fraser version. And this is an absolute guilty pleasure. The Mummy Returns. Oh my god. And Natural Born Killers. The Negotiator. The Never-Ending Story. Night of the Living Dead. Classic. Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Noah. Thank you to my buddy the Rambling Collector for giving me that Blu-ray. No Country for Old Men. Now You See Me. Ocean's 11. The Omen. Creepy horror film. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. 1 Hour Photo. OBG. Pan's Labyrinth. Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity 2. Paranormal Activity 3. The only ones worth owning: Parasites, The Patriot, Patriot Games, Pineapple Express, Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest, Pirates of the Caribbean: At World's End. The only three that I really feel like are worth owning: Pitch Perfect 2. Don't necessarily have to own that, but I have it anyway. And Platoon. Pleasantville. Another one from Cameron. Thank you. Poltergeist. The Post. Predator. One of my all-time favorites. The Prestige. The Princess Bride. Project X. Prometheus. The Promised Land. Psycho. Steelbook. Pulp Fiction. One of my all-time favorites. The Punisher 2004 version. Quiet Place. Quiet Place 2. Raging Bull. First Blood. First Rambo film. Rambo First Blood Part 2. Rambo 3. Rambo, aka Rambo 4. Rambo Last Blood. Rango. Rear Window. Red Dragon. And Reservoir Dogs. Love that film. Return of the Living Dead. One of my favorite horror comedies. The Revenant. Richard Jewell. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Robin Hood. RoboCop, one of my favorites from the 80s. Rocket Man. Rocky. Rocky 2. Rocky 3. Rocky 4. Don't have Rocky 5 because I hate that one. Rocky Balboa. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Run All Night. The Sandlot. Childhood Sausage Party. Saving Private Ryan. Saw. Scarface. Steelbook. Schindler's List. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Scream 3 movie collection. This was from Austin. Big thank you. You're the best. Scream 4. Scream 5. Seabiscuit. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. 7. What's in the Box? Shang-Chi. One of my favorite Marvel movies in recent years. The Shape of Water. Shaun of the Dead. The Shawshank Redemption. Masterpiece. Shazam. Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes 2. The Shining. Here's Johnny. Shutter Island. The Silence of the Lambs. One of my favorites. Silver Linings Playbook. Sin City. 16 Candles. Sleepaway Camp. I'm losing it for a bit. Major guilty pleasure. Sleepwalkers. Slumdog Millionaire. This is a terrible cover, but this is the Social Network. Sorry about that. Spaceballs. Space Jam. Childhood. Species. And Speed. Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. One of my favorites. Spider-Man 3. Has its problems, but it can be entertaining. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man No Way Home. Mostly, I mean, I would definitely say that that's definitely my favorite Spider-Man film. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Spirited Away. Star Trek. Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. Star Trek 3, Search for Spock. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier. Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Star Trek 7, Generations. And a double feature of Star Trek and Star Trek 2, Enter Darkness. Star Wars Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith. Steelbook of A New Hope. Steelbook for The Empire Strikes Back. Steelbook for The Return of the Jedi. I'm losing it for a bit. The Force Awakens. The Last Jedi. Definitely the most controversial Star Wars film, but I like it. The Rise of Skywalker. Steelbook of Straight Outta Compton. And Stuart Little. Definitely a big part of my childhood. The Suicide Squad. Love that film. The Sum of Fears. Superbad. Super 8. Superman. Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. Sweeney Todd. Taken. Taxi Driver. Great masterpiece from Scorsese that I really love. Ted. Great comedy. Tenet. The Terminator. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. One of my favorites. Thelma and Louise. There Will Be Blood. The Thing, John Carpenter version, one of my favorites. Thor. Thor the Dark World. Thor Ragnarok. Titanic. And To Kill a Mockingbird. Top Gun, Steelbook. Total Recall. The Town. Training Day. Transformers, the original one, and probably the best one from Michael Bay. Twister, watched that a lot as a kid. Unbreakable. Uncut Gems. Underworld. Underworld Evolution. Really the only ones I feel like are worth owning. Unforgiven, great western. Unfriended. The Untouchables. Us. The Usual Suspects. V for Vendetta. Van Helsing, probably my biggest guilty pleasure movie. Venom, another guilty pleasure. Venom Let There Be Carnage. Walk the Line, great film. Wall Street. Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps, the sequel. Wanted. War Dogs. War for the Planet of the Apes. Watchmen. The Witch. Wizard of Oz. The Wolfman. The Wolf of Wall Street, Steelbook. The Wolverine. Wonder Woman. World War Z. And this is a new one. Wyatt Earp. I hope I said that right. The X-Files. X-Men. X2. X-Men The Last Stand. It's not that terrible. X-Men First Class. X-Men Days of Future Past. X-Men Apocalypse. Young Frankenstein, one of my favorite horror comedies. Zack Snyder's Justice League. And both Zombieland films. Steelbook of the original movie and Zombieland Double Tap. Whew. That is it. That is my Blu-ray collection. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun doing this. So guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Looking forward to doing more videos really soon. And if you want my thoughts on old or new films, of course, you know where to find me.